In a time long ago, when animals spoke and wisdom was scarce, there lived a tortoise known for his cunning. One day, a grand feast was announced in the sky, a feast for all the birds. Oh, imagine! A feast in the sky. It will be magnificent, said the first bird. I hear the food is abundant, and the music will be delightful, said the second bird. Indeed. And we must all look our best, and each choose a new name for the journey. It is a tradition, replied the king of the birds. A new name, you say? How exciting! I shall be a sky dancer, said the third bird. And I, cloud whisperer, said the fourth bird. As the birds chattered with excitement, Tortoise, ever the eavesdropper, had an idea. He approached the birds with a humble plea. My dear friends, I have heard of your grand feast. Alas, I have no wings to fly to the sky. Would you not consider taking me with you? I promise to be a most agreeable guest, begged the tortoise. But Tortoise, you have no wings. How will you fly? Asked the first bird, curious. I know. But perhaps, if each of you gave me just one feather, I could fashion myself a pair of wings. Just for this special occasion, said the tortoise, as he faked sadness. He does seem genuinely disappointed. And a feast is meant to be shared. Let us help him. Each bird, donate one feather, suggested the king of birds. And so, each bird, touched by Tortoise's apparent sincerity, plucked a feather and gave it to him. Tortoise, with a sly grin he hid well, meticulously glued them together, creating a makeshift pair of wings. Oh, thank you, my generous friends. I am eternally grateful. Now, about these new names. With his borrowed wings, Tortoise joined the flock. As they soared higher and higher, the birds continued to choose their festive names. I shall be Sun Gazer, said the fifth bird. And I, Wind Rider, said the sixth bird. I, too, must have a name. Let me see. I know. My name shall be All of You, said the tortoise. All of you. That's an unusual choice, Tortoise. But so be it, replied the king of the birds. Finally, they arrived at the magnificent feast in the sky. The tables groaned under the weight of delicious food, and the air was filled with joyous music. Welcome, welcome, honored guests. Please, partake in the bounty. But first, a word on custom. When the host calls out a name and asks, for whom is this food, that is the guest for whom it is intended. Explained the host bird. For whom is this delicious yam? Asked the host bird, holding a platter of delicacies. It is for all of you, shouted the tortoise, loudly and confidently. The birds looked at each other, confused. But we are all of you? Asked the first bird. Precisely. And since my name is All of You, the food is for me, replied the tortoise, smiling. And before the bewildered birds could react, Tortoise began to devour the food, piece after delicious piece. He ate and ate, stuffing himself until his shell could barely contain him. The birds, who had shared their feathers, watched in dismay as Tortoise consumed nearly everything. Tortoise, this is outrageous. You have tricked us, said the king of the birds, angrily. A trick? My dear king, I merely followed the rules. My name is All of You, and the food was offered to all of you, replied the tortoise, with a mouthful. The birds were furious, their hunger and generosity betrayed. We gave him our feathers, and he repaid us with greed, said the second bird. This cannot stand. He must be taught a lesson, said the third bird, angrily. Indeed. Let him see the consequences of his deceit. Each of you, take back your feather, ordered the king of the birds. One by one, the birds swooped down, plucking their feathers from Tortoise's makeshift wings. Soon, he was left with no means to fly. Wait. What are you doing? I need my wings. How will I get home? Asked the tortoise as he panicked. That, dear tortoise, is your problem. You chose greed over gratitude, replied the fourth bird. Stranded in the sky, Tortoise was desperate. He spotted a far-off tree and called out to the birds one last time. Please, send a message to my wife. Tell her to spread all the soft things in our house on the ground, so my fall will be cushioned. Begged the tortoise. Very well. But we will send a different message, said the king of birds to the other birds. The king of the birds whispered instructions to a swift messenger bird. The bird flew down to Tortoise's wife. Your husband sends word. He says to bring out all the hardest things you have and spread them on the ground, said the messenger bird. Tortoise's wife, confused but trusting, gathered all the hard pots, stones, and broken pieces of pottery she could find and spread them beneath their home. Meanwhile, Tortoise, seeing no other option, took a mighty leap from the sky. Down, down, down he plunged, tumbling through the air. He landed with a bone-jarring thud onto the hard, unforgiving ground. His beautiful, smooth shell shattered into 1,000 pieces. Tortoise's wife rushed out, horrified. She painstakingly gathered all the broken fragments of his shell and, with the help of a skilled medicine woman, glued them back together. And that, my friends, is why the tortoise's shell is not smooth and uniform, but made up of many small, intricate patterns. It is a constant reminder of his greed and the consequences of tricking those who have been kind. So remember, always choose honesty and gratitude, for deceit, like a broken shell, can leave lasting scars. Thank you for watching. Please show some love by hitting the like button, subscribe to join our growing family and turn on your notifications so you never miss the next story. To all my returning subscribers, your love keeps this channel glowing, and to all my new subscribers, I welcome you to a safe place for interesting African stories. I will see you in my next story. Bye for now.